Hi, welcome to Beating the Backlog. Today I'm looking at Spongebob Squarepants Employee of the Month on PC. Time to relive some nostalgia. Yeah, the main reason I wanted to cover this game in this series is because it was such a big part of my childhood. I surprisingly completed the whole game as a kid, but didn't remember much of it. So I re-downloaded it and played back through it to see how it holds up nowadays. Is it the strange yet enjoyable SpongeBob game I remember it to be? Or is it a total pile of shit? Let's find out. Here's Spongebob Squarepants, Employee of the Month, on Beating the Backlog.
Okay guys, that's a wrap.
Wait! Don't you want to see my
The plot is about as simple as they come. SpongeBob wins the Employee of the Year award at the Krusty Krab and gets 2 tickets to Neptune's Paradise as a reward. SpongeBob and Patrick get bus tokens from a buried treasure chest and get on a bus to Neptune's Paradise. However, a storm blows them off track and they end up stranded in the infamous rock bottom. They have to calm down a wizard named Marlin who is causing the bad weather by destroying a machine that controls the weather, thus eliminating his competition of weather controllers. SpongeBob and Patrick get back on the bus to Neptune's Paradise, but get kicked off for being morons, and they end up basically right back where they started. They decide to travel to Neptune's Paradise with Sandy via a rocket that she built, but they leave without completely filling the oxygen tank, which causes them to crash in the affluent city of Bottoms Up. They refill the oxygen tanks at a nearby oxygen spring and make it the rest of the way to Neptune's Paradise, where a surprise reveal of basically every character encountered in the game takes place, and the game ends with everyone having a ball at the theme park. Again, it's a very simple plot, but I'm not expecting much out of a SpongeBob game. Honestly, it feels like an actual episode of SpongeBob more than anything, and that's just fine. Hell, Battle for Bikini Bottom, my absolute favorite SpongeBob game, also told a story that felt like it could have happened on the show. See, it's fine. My only gripe with the story was that it was a little too short. I get that SpongeBob episodes are short and all, but this is an adventure game. Something more would have been nice. I mean, it's a point-and-click adventure game. I don't know what to say. Gameplay isn't really going to be a focus point here. You click to move, click to pick up key items, click to use the key items where applicable. I mean, you get the idea. The only slightly different thing here is that there are optional items you can find throughout the game, videotapes. These basically show concept art and the different stages of the design process. It's pretty neat and makes you really respect the amount of work that goes into it. Unlike most adventure games, there weren't really that many puzzles in this one. Sure, the odd puzzle was found here and there, but most of this game seemed kinda like fetch quests chained over and over again. Not that that's inherently bad, but a little bit of spice here and there would have been fun. Thankfully, the game was kind of self-aware of this at times. It's pretty funny.
To get me a snack.
What am I, a delivery boy? I've been running errands all day.
Judging this one graphically is going to be a little bit different. The 2 games I've done so far in the series have been modern games, so graphically there's nothing to really critique, unless you're a fucking asshole. However, this game was released in 2002. Of course its graphics will have aged a little bit. But one thing you should know about me is I really don't care how a game looks. If I can discern what I'm seeing, then its graphics are fine by me. Even if the 3D models look a little dated, the use of 2D images as backgrounds and set pieces was a rather great idea on the artist's part. This gives the game a kind of timeless look, since it looks pretty much exactly like the show more or less. The only definitely aged part of this game are the cutscenes. These just have a weird, kind of Microsoft Paint look to them. They're just awkward. Charming, but awkward. Many of the show's best characters make an appearance in this game, even some of the less popular ones like SpongeBob's grandma. These characters are pretty well written, they act and talk just as they would in the show, pre-movie at least. Overall, the writing is just quite well done, and that's an important aspect to nail in a point-and-click adventure game. Bad writing means I probably won't be motivated to progress. They even hit me with a couple of unexpected references here and there.
I've gotta go.
You can check out anytime you'd like, but you can never leave.
This game brings a lot to the table in terms of new characters and locations. Characters such as Marlin and Nelson are really strange yet interesting additions to the SpongeBob lore, as it were. There weren't many new locations. In fact, I think Bottoms Up was the only new big location, but it was cool as well. I felt some soul with this game. The writers definitely wanted to make a game here with a lot of the classic characters and locations that fans love, while adding their own unique ideas here and there. Not much to say on the audio side of things. The voice acting is fine, most of the same voice actors from the show are here, and they're great as always. The voice actors for the various side characters were a little weird though, especially the camera that sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Can I come in?
I'm not sure what part of jacket required you don't understand.
The composers of this game are, surprisingly enough, the same composers who would later create the spectacular Battle for Bikini Bottom soundtrack. The soundtrack here isn't anything too spectacular though. The songs fit when they need to, but nothing really stands out.
They're after me,
Whoa! Raider in, big fella!
Overall, I was pleasantly surprised with this game. Of course, I may be a little biased because I fucking love SpongeBob to death, but this game was decent fun. Definitely short, but this game reminded me how good a point-and-click adventure can be when it's written well. As I said, a bit more variety in the progression would have been nice, a few more puzzles here and there, but other than that, this game is great for both younger and older people. SpongeBob fans, you gotta try this one out. That's it. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time on Beating the Backlog.
Oh, I think I'm gonna throw up.